muscle architecture. So if we take one skeletal muscle, in all individuals the skeletal muscles are composed of type 1 fibers, type 2A and 2B fibers. So these fibers will be there in all the muscles. Even though these three fibers are there in one skeletal muscle, the function of skeletal muscle will not be based on these structures completely. It will be depends upon the muscle muscle fiber length, then muscle length muscle length and sixth point mass of muscle, then physiological cross sectional area of that fibers arrangement. So depends on all these five factors the muscle will work. Okay, now we'll see what is this muscle length. First one, muscle fiber length. Suppose if the muscle fiber is length, if the muscle fiber, simply we are saying what is this muscle fiber length. Suppose this one muscle, it can shorten, this muscle can shorten up to half length, so that this muscle can shorten to this half length. Suppose if this is a 10 centimeter length muscle fiber, it can shorten up to 5 centimeter. It can shorten up to 5 centimeter. So that's the use of muscle fiber length. So here if the fiber length is more, it can shorten more. If length is more, the muscle fiber can shorten more. Shorten nothing but it is a concentric contraction. Now muscle length. What is this muscle length means? Muscle fiber is length. If it is more, automatically muscle length is more. Now we will see mass of the muscle. Suppose we are taking two muscles. Okay, in one muscle, suppose here we are having 1 2 3 4. Okay, total 4 muscle fibers we are having in this muscle. For example, if we take one more muscle, here we are having almost like 15 muscle fibers. So compared to 4 muscle and 15 muscle fibers, here the size of the muscle is more. Because muscle fibers are more. This is nothing but hypertrophy. In one example, hypertrophy, if you see normal muscle, this is like hypertrophy means muscle size will be more. Why it will be size will be more means here number of muscle fibers will be more. So if the number of muscle fibers are more, the force or contraction produced by this muscle will be more compared to this small muscle fibers. Okay, muscle fibers ka muscle. So this is about mass of the muscle. Now we'll see this physiological cross sectional area. What is this physiological cross sectional area means? Suppose if we take one muscle, this is one muscle. Okay, if we take one muscle, here fibers are in this direction. Okay, muscle fibers are in this direction. Okay, suppose if we take one more like this we'll see later. Okay, this muscle fiber is nothing but strap arrangement, and one more we'll take one pennate muscle. Okay, suppose this is one pennate muscle. Okay, unipennate muscle. So if we take this, here muscle fibers will be in this oblique direction. What is this physiological cross sectional area means? We know what is physiology. It is nothing but the function, study of the function of the body, that is physiology. Suppose if we take this here, if we cut muscle like this is nothing but anatomical cross sectional area. If you cut like this muscle, what we'll see, how many muscle fibers are there? We can see 1 2 3 4 5. So total 5 muscle fibers are there, so that we can see in this anatomical cross sectional area. Same like this, if you cut like this, here also this is anatomical cross sectional area. If you do like this, here how many muscle fibers we can say? Either 1 or 2. Here we can see only 2 muscle fibers. So here what's the point is happening? Here muscle fibers are total 5 are there. If you do anatomical cross section, here we can see 5 muscle fibers are present. Which type? Strap arrangement type we can see. Suppose if the muscle is pennate arrangement, either unipennate, bipennate or tripennate, also called as multipennate. So whatever these pennates, if you do anatomical cross section, here muscle fibers are more, actually 1 2 3 4. Here muscle fibers are more, but in this anatomical cross section we are able to see only 1 and 2, otherwise only 1. So that here we need another cross section, another cross section method to see all the muscle fibers. So that here we need physiological cross sectional area. So here what is this physiological cross sectional area means? This is anatomical cross section. To do physiological cross section for this type of fiber arrangement muscles, if we cut like this is physiological cross sectional area for this type of muscle fiber arrangement. Okay, for this muscle here, its muscle fibers are like angulated like this, so that here we have to cut the muscle like this. So this is the physiological cross-sectional area. So in this view, we can see 1, 2, 3 all muscle fibers we can see in this pennate arrangement. In this pennate arrangement, if you do anatomical cross-sectional area, here we are not going to find the how many muscle fibers are there by anatomical cross-section. So if you do physiological cross-section, we can so if you do physiological cross section, so then we can see how many muscle fibers are present here. So this is about physiological cross section area. But how we'll do this physiological cross section? They will do this physiological cross section area means there are so many architecture parameters are there. So many architecture parameters are there. By that we are going to calculate we are going to see how the physiological cross section area of muscles. Okay. Fiber arrangement. What is this fiber arrangement means? Suppose if we take in our human body, these skeletal muscles, fibers arrangement, how fibers we know, types of fibers we know here, type 1, type 2A and type 2B. Here we are having type. So these fibers, how they arranged inside the muscle. Suppose here we are having two variations. First one, if this is one bone, between these two bones will be having one muscle. Between these two bones will be having one muscle. First type of muscle arrangement, it's like a strap arrangement, otherwise fusiform arrangement. Here muscle will be like this, this is bone, this is also bone. Muscle will be like this. So the muscle fibers will be straight line, like straight. So these are the muscle fibers in this fusiform arrangement of muscle fibers. Here what is the point means, in these type of muscle fibers, here the action will be very fast. If this muscle is going to contract, it will contract very fast. So these muscles are basically helpful for the speed of the movement. Here speed will be very fast. Examples for these muscles: sternocleidomastoid, the neck muscle. What will be having? Suppose this is our head, this neck, this is our thorax. Here we will be having sternocleidomastoid muscle. Sternocleidomastoid. This muscle is the example for this strap form of arrangement of muscle fibers. And one more example, six-pack muscle. What is that? Here also, if we take that muscle, if this is our abdomen, here also if we take, so here we will be having six-pack muscle, rectus abdominis. Here what's the point means, here also fibers are arranged tight only, but it will be separated by some fascia here. But inside here it will be like this only, fiber arrangement. So these are the two muscles examples for the fusiform arrangement or strap arrangement of muscle fibers. Now we'll see what is the second type. Here it is the pennate. Second type is pennate. What is this pennate means? Here suppose this is one bone, this is one bone and this is one more bone. So if we take muscle between these two bones, here fibers will be like oblique. Muscle fibers arrangement will be like oblique, will be like some angulation. So this is pennate type of muscle. So here what is the point means, in these pennate muscle fibers, here the speed will be less compared to this fusiform or strap muscles. And one more, strength will be more in this oblique pennate muscles. So basically these pennate muscles are helpful for the strength of the movement. These pennate muscles these strap or fusiform muscles will be helpful for the speed of the movement. Okay, so these are pennate muscles. In this pennate muscles we will be having three variations. First one unipennate, second one bipennate, third one tripennate. So unipennate, in this unipennate, if we take muscle, it will be having only one side. This fiber. So this is tendon, this is muscle, this is unipennate. Example for this unipennate muscle will be, here we will be having in our hand, we will be having flexor pollicis longus. Is the example for unipennate muscle. Bipennate muscle, here this pennate muscle example gastrocnemius. Okay, this is a gastrocnemius muscle tendon. Here we will be having muscle fibers. This is gastrocnemius muscle. Tripennate also called as multipennate. Example deltoid. If we take deltoid, here we will be having anterior, middle, posterior portions. So here we will be having multipennate muscles. Okay, multipennate muscles. So this is about fiber arrangement. So here strap or fusiform arrangement, otherwise pennate arrangement. In this pennate, unipennate, bipennate, tripennate muscles. Okay, what is the use of these things means, these are going to helpful for the speed of the movement. It will contract very fast. It can produce, these muscles can produce can react very fast. Here pennate muscles, these are mostly helpful for the strength. Speed will be little less compared to these muscles. Okay, this is about fibers arrangement. Now we are coming to the conclusion. Suppose if you take muscle fiber length and muscle length. It is nothing but both are same only, muscle fiber length and muscle length. If the length is more, then it can shorten more. It can shorten more means it can contract more. So that here ROM will be more, because it is contracting more, so the range of motion will be more. Okay, clear. Now mass of the muscle. If we take, if the muscle mass is more, it can produce more contraction, okay. Strength will be more here, physiological cross section area. If physiological cross section area is more, what here also it is related to almost like muscle mass. Here muscle mass fibers will be more. If fibers are more, automatically physiological cross section area will be more for this muscle, then it is related to this one. Increase the contraction and strength will be more here. And fibers arrangement, in this fibers arrangement we saw two fibers arrangement. First one fusiform, second one pennant. In this fusiform fiber arrangement, here action will be fast, here it will be strength will be more. So this is about the muscle fiber architecture, length and arrangement. Okay.